It is a pleasure to be here with you today, and what an awesome conference this has been so far. Thank you for your ingenuity to bring in your own chairs. Don't you think we should give them a round of applause? Yeah, thank you. Excited and passionate about your work with paraeducators. And I hope the paraprofessional title is one of the reasons that drew your heart into coming to this session. So we are here today because we want to do what's right in this education revolution, in this engagement revolution. We want to do what's right for those paraprofessionals that we serve. We are moving away from saying student achievement. Student achievement. Turn to your neighbor. What does that mean when I say those words, student achievement? Okay, I heard it. Shout it out. What's it mean? Test scores. Test scores. And notice on this slide, I say student success. This is an engagement session. Don't know if you noticed, there are lectures and there are engagement sessions. So rather than have you move, I'm going to have you stand up. Stand up for me. That way, you've been sitting a lot. I'm going to have you stand up instead of move. Here's what I want you to do. Shoulder partner up at your table. Get that done first. Shoulder partner up. I am a K-12 special education teacher. So I have worked with paraprofessionals as a special education teacher. I was also a middle school and high school teacher, and I had paraprofessional opportunities when I was in those positions. I've been a building leader at the high school level. I've been a district administrator, and now I'm a CEO at Southwest Plains Regional Service Center in Southwest Kansas. So I am in rural Southwest Kansas. Yesterday when you were introducing the distinguished Title I schools, it was amazing for me to hear about the wonderful things we're doing in small rural schools. But I want you to know, as you look at that list, one of the most important things to me in my driving passion for education is my 4 granddaughters. And I had the opportunity to be with them this last weekend. And Ella, my oldest, is 5 and in kindergarten. And of course, she's the brightest child in the world, right? But I said to her, so Ella, tell me who's the smartest in your kindergarten class. And I was sure she was going to say, well, Nana, it's me. But no, she said, Nana, it's James. And I said, well, Ella, that's interesting. Tell me about James. And she said, well, this is his 2nd time through kindergarten. So there you go. There you go. What does Nana know? I'd like to connect with you. Please, as you're tweeting out today, tag me at Dr. Kelly from Kansas, and there's the hashtag for the conference. I bring this up because it's important as educators we get involved with Twitter. There are 5.2 million tweets a day in education alone. And if you use this hashtag, you can go back in the months to come and you can reflect on all of the comments and the things that you have learned and heard from the conference. So please tag me and hashtag the conference. So we are here today to talk about leveraging instructional support. Leveraging instructional support. And Simon Sinek's work, who's been looking into that? Simon Sinek, if you're not, write down that name. Simon says, start with the why. Start with the why, then move to the how, and then move to the what. Please take note. That's in our own passions, and that's how we should deliver lessons with our students. We should start with the why. So with that shoulder partner that you have identified, you can stand up or not. Reflect back when you started in education. Why did you get involved in education? Thank you. So as we think about this, paraprofessionals are one of the most overlooked, underutilized resources in our districts. They are a resource that we must commit to doing better at helping them serve the students that they're assigned to. So let's move on with Simon Sinek. Remember, we're going to move inside out remarkable thinking. So the why of what we're doing here today is to identify ways to take the most advantage of we can of those additional humans to impact students. So that's the why. The how is because we need to give paraprofessionals more quality feedback about the job they're doing, the expectations of the job that we have for them. We want to give them feedback, but then we also want to support them through collaborative dialogue. You heard that this morning. One of the strongest professional learnings that we can do is collaborative dialogue. That's the how. 30 seconds table talk about those objectives. Clarify them in your mind. So as you think about the tenets of a quality tool, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk to you just a second about growing instructional support. We need to identify the fewest number of high leverage moves that will cause academic achievement impact. Let me say that again. You want to identify the fewest number of high leverage moves that you want your paraeducator involved in that will cause the most impact. Reflection. Feedback. We have to provide feedback because it's part of the growth process. So stand up. Time for you to stand up. I know you can't move around. Share with your shoulder partner or a different shoulder partner at your table what is a piece of feedback you've received in your educational career that you went, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I say apply this same thing to new teachers. When you're doing observations or you're mentoring a new teacher, don't give them 5 things to think about. Give them 1 thing to think about. Look at the things that they need to work on, paraeducator or teacher, and find 1 or 2 things that could really improve their instructional fluency. And let's focus on those and scaffold. Adults need scaffold just like students. We can't give them too many things to think about, and we need to provide scaffolding all along the way to improve their instruction in the ways that will better meet the needs of kids. Every classroom, in every building, in every day, there are individuals, there are paraprofessionals who need your feedback. If you don't give them feedback, they won't. We can differentiate professional learning based on what the data says. So again, we want to have actionable feedback. So when we get this data, we'll know who needs coaching and mentoring and what type of coaching and mentoring do they need. Do they need support in behavior management? Do they need support in a particular instructional delivery? Do they need support in confidentiality? What is it they need help with? We can provide professional learning in targeted groups based on disaggregation of the data within the observation system. So here's my probing question to you. Did the professional learning that we provided the district happen? Is this enough information that we know we've made progress? If not, what additional information do we need? Talk at your table. I appreciate the conversation. So